So I look back over the last 36 hours and I say, okay, how did this all happen? Why did it happen? Shit, I don't know. I don't know. But what I do know is this. I am a master of showing up. I show up. I might be sleepy. I might be late. I might not have any cash on me. I have been to Europe twice, people, with no wallet and no cash. How you get all the way to Europe, Jay? That's another whole thing. But, you know, Delta got the fly ready and digital, whatever. I showed my passport and they showed my face and got on the thing. And I didn't have no money. Not one single US dollar bill, not even a debit card. And they don't have Cash App in Europe. Did y'all know that? So nobody couldn't send me nothing. So anyway, I'm going to show up. I might not have any money. I might be late. I might be a little sleepy, but I'm going to be there. Parenting Up, Caregiving Adventures with comedian Jay Smiles is the intense journey of unexpectedly being fully responsible for my mama. For over a decade, I've been chipping away at the unknown, advocating for her, and pushing Alzheimer's awareness on anyone and anything with a heartbeat. Spoiler alert, I started comedy because this shit is so heavy, so be ready for the jokes. Caregiver newbies, OGs, and village members just willing to prop up a caregiver, you are in the right place.
Hi, this is Zeddy. I hope you enjoy my daughter's podcast. Is that okay?
Today's supporter shout out goes to Portia Bruner.
Hey there, Portia Bruner from The Portia Show. So excited to have an opportunity to brag just a little bit about one of my favorite and really the funniest bison I know. Ain't you? You already know. Jay Smiles. My goodness, this woman has been on The Portia Show, I think 152,000 times. And we only do 200 episodes a season. Wait a minute, did I say only 200? Thank you so much for watching. And thank you so much for supporting this venue. We want you to be seen, feel heard. And that's why we bring women like Jay Smiles on the show, because she's not just funny. She's not just a comedian, but she's a caregiver. And she's taking care of her mother. And she's teaching us so many lessons. You've seen how this woman travels the world. Wasn't she like a captain of a ship or something at one point on some vacation? She had a little hat on, a little looking like the captain. I was like, what is this? What in the whole entire world? But that's why we love her, because she is living a really full and robust life. And I'm happy to be a part of a day in the life with Jay Smiles. Whew, all Portia.
A day in the life of Jay Smiles. This is one of those 36-hour periods that is real and is raw. This is caregiving in the fast lane. It's HOV with one person in the car. You know, you driving so fast, the police not gonna catch you.
Yes.
Okay, not in this car. I mean, like in my caregiving life. I'm not trying to say that. I'm not saying that. But yet, so, like, when I woke up yesterday, Sadie was having some more adverse reactions with her seizure medication. This has been going on for like 7 months at this point. And I've been battling, like, in the trenches, back and forth with the doctors, with the experts, and with the primary care physicians, trying to let them know it ain't working. So there's a certain amount of anxiety that just lives with me whenever she's not good. And then there were meetings and there were schedules, and my podcast production team and I scheduled 2 months in advance that today would be 10 hours of podcast recording, like 3 or 4 episodes and all this good beautifulness. And then I get a wonderful opportunity to be on television with less than 24 hours notice. But hey, stay ready, you ain't got to get ready. And then if you ain't ready, act ready. better just act ready and put some on. Okay, my lip ain't on, but it'll be on after I get through eating this power bar. Thank you for the power bar that has something in it that I can eat that won't make me itch or belch. So many power bars make me belch. Get on stage, I'm like, oh, that doesn't work out. So then I was up all last night. Like I slept like 50 minutes, like 5-0. And I don't even think that was quality. If you could sleep, quality, 50 minutes. But I don't think I did because I was getting Zaddy's schedule. It's the end of the month. So caregivers want to put in their timesheet. So y'all, I had caregivers texting me trying to make sure all their July dates are right. I just wish somebody would stop starting the news with death. I know you gotta give it to me. I just don't want it to be the first thing we tell.
It has a lot to do with like the producers.
Love you.
So you two are part of the body positivity show, which I'm super excited.
Yes, it does.
Okay, so this is the way that our show works. Since we've been on like a lot of time, so you kind of well, okay, so we shoot 2 shows a day. So do that now. Oh, yeah. When are you? Oh, you have a show here? Oh, okay. So you were just I live by the airport.
Oh, okay, yeah, you know, for real. I was just telling somebody about King Kong yesterday. They was like, where you get that from? Baby Sky Boo. Be natural, be natural.
This is like for color girls. I'm lady in lime green. Lady blue. You know what I mean?
I got on that orange.
I know this product I sound like.
Well,
I don't even know
but
how much
at
it
least
costs.
you got one to sell.
It was, yeah. I sat over here and warmed up this chair, and then they gonna still sit in them hard iron chairs.
Nope. And you can, and some do. They do. Or they try to change it. She says no.
Extend it or expand it. Like, no.
The expansion is just for all of us. It's enough of us. It's enough of us.
It's heat.
I took these heels off.
Absolutely.
But no, she was saying
I have a
that.
tendency, like, I was talking to her like this.
The mic. So Kelly, you're gonna be right here on the end.
Okay, perfect.
And then Jay Smile, you're gonna be right next to Kelly.
Thank you.
And then Palmer,
Oh, I
you're
can't
gonna
fit in
be.
this.
Yes, you can. Si se puede.
Okay, well, shit. All right.
What happened?
That's how okay to fit.
Get the
She
white
said I can't fit.
Camera you're looking at, we're gonna like have signs breaking down, like starting at 2 minutes, like every 30 seconds we have a countdown. So we have 2 minutes, then we have like a 1 minute, 30 seconds. Then we have
Could the next one be a minute?
a 1 minute.
Wow. What about 30 seconds?
You got it.
Okay.
I never had this.
What is that?
Yeah, attention dollar deficit.
I know that's right.
Yeah, because I wasn't about to give up my last $1,000. You know what I'm saying?
Wait, you got 1,000 to give. Go ahead, buddy.
I would have to give it for my kids.
3, 2.
It's the season finale of season 2, and we're celebrating with some of my favorite comedians. We'll see you today at 1.
She needs to get her hair fixed.
Cameron, are you in this picture? Get on over here.
Come on, man.
So you're not in it. Get a little bit. Get on this side. Come in. Come in a little bit. Yeah. So I do want to. Yeah, we did.
Yeah, that's what I thought. I was like, you look familiar, but 50s, 50s.
There's a lot going on.
Yes, ma'am.
The rap part. Let her know about the rap part.
You know what?
If I had a penny for every time I got the question, Jay, how do you do it? How do you balance being a comedian and being a caregiver? How do you book gigs? How do you give speeches? How do you do this podcast and take care of Zeddy? First is divine intervention. And a really close second first is I have a phenomenal team. Like, I'm not recording myself right now. There are people who are here assisting me. And that's exactly what happened today. Like, the last 36 hours have been completely impromptu. Nothing that I planned came to fruition. 10 years ago, hell, even 3 years ago, I would have been stressed and I would have been fighting it. Like, wait, I'm supposed to be doing A, B, and C. Mad, calling my best friend, trying to get an emergency session with my therapist. I don't know what's going wrong. I don't know, is it God? Is it the universe? Is it because I've dated that guy back and forth too many times? And I wasn't supposed to yin with his yang? Is that what happened? But now, after doing this caregiving thing for 12 plus years, when huge upheaval happens, I just pause and look around and say, all right, first thing is Zeddy remotely stable? And if she's remotely stable and I'm not in jail, that's just how bad my life has hit rock bottom over and over again over this last decade plus. That's my baseline, y'all. I'm not worried about, do I have some money? Did I pay my bills? No. Is Zeddy alive and look stable? And am I physically free? And if that's the case, I'm like, well, shit, let me just keep it on going. What just happened was so beautiful. I can tell the story now, but the last 36 hours, I was like, I don't know what's going on, and I don't know why. But what I do know is if I stop, that is doing a disservice to how many times the universe has held me up in the past. I know, y'all like, well, Jay smiles. Enough with all of this generic rhetoric. What the hell happened? Okay. Zeddy has been diagnosed as being epileptic. Don't know if y'all knew this, but if you have 2 seizures within 24 hours or something, you are defined as epileptic. It doesn't matter if you don't ever have another one. Well, Zeddy had that about 7 months ago. And literally for the last 6 months, her epilepsy medicine has been wrong. Not wrong according to the doctors, wrong according to Jay Smiles. I'm like, my mama is walking around here looking like she on meth. That's not right. She's walking hunchback, looking like she's one of the people from Lord of the Rings. She's already 5 feet. So now if my mama is scrunched down to the point where she 4'2", it's a problem. I call her name, I say, Mama. Y'all, this is how she responds. Staring off in the distance, looking like she's thinking about a lost loved one. Maybe she is. All of that freaked me out. So I started pounding the doctors. And I encourage you all to do the same. You know your LOs. I don't care if them people got PhDs, MDs, LMNOPs. Who cares? If your LO is worse after the medicine, F the medicine. So I've been fighting with these people. And so 36 hours ago, I started going round and round with the epilepsy God, I guess. He said, well, I told you it was going to cause sedation. You just got to let her go through it for 2 weeks. On the other side of it, she'll be better. Sir, I've been battling to keep my mama alive. And now you want me because of your little statistics and something that the FDA might have told you in grad school, to have her looking like she about to pass out, her blood pressure skyrocketed, but her sugar dropped. You know, old people can just fade into death because their heart rate get too low. I said, let me tell you something. So y'all, I'm not suggesting that anybody else does this, but I wrote that man in my mama's my chart and I said, hey, you prescribe 20 milligrams, I'm giving her 10. And unless you call me back and say that me giving her 10 is gonna kill her, thank you and have a good life. And now I'm waiting to see if my mama will be better. So all that was going on at the top of yesterday. And then today, my podcast team, two of the baddest chicks in the game, Annalise and Mia, we took 2 months to plan where the three of us could get together and get all together. And then I find out I could be on TV. They were like, Jay Smiles, we have a slot. We want to make it this. We want to make it fun. We need a comedian, not a caregiver. We need a comedian that can come in off the cuff and riff with other comedians and somebody we can trust. Can you do it? I was like, yes, of course. This is the call I got yesterday. Yes, of course. When? Tomorrow. Shit. Oh. First thing is, that means I gotta call my team. That means I gotta quit on myself. You know what I mean? Like psychologically, I gotta stir myself up. I gotta be a no-show to my own podcast production. And I gotta beg my folks, my producer and my videographer. You know that all that stuff we planned for 2 months and whatever you did in your life with all your friends, family, clients, manicure, pedicure, movies, dates, whatever. Hey, can you move that? And while you moving it, can you also come still be with me at the TV studio? And they were like, hold on. They never said no. To their credit, never said no. But I ain't gonna lie, they didn't answer as fast on the text messages as they usually answer. But that was valid. That's valid. But to prepare, watching my mama last night, because y'all know I gave her different medicine than what the doctor said. Okay, not a different kind, but a different dose. So I'm super watching her all night. Because the caregivers are not responsible. I'm walking in and out of her room. I'm looking at her. I'm also setting up for whatever my podcast team would be able to do because, spoiler alert, they would normally be able to get to the studio and set up everything. I wouldn't have to do that. Okay, so I'm not a New York Times bestseller yet, but I do have a podcast team that sets up all the stuff for me. But hell, if I'm asking them to meet me at the studio, I can't also ask them, well, if I'm asking them to meet me at the television station, I can't also expect them to be at the studio and set up for our podcast production, which is now gonna happen. It's gonna start 8 hours later than it was supposed to. You know what I'm saying? So I did it. Now, the jury's still out on whether or not they're going to think I did a good job. So I'll tell y'all about that in an outtake or a reel, because they may say, you know what, Jay Smiles, next time you help the bear because what you put together is trash. But I tried. So last night, I put hours into setting it up and getting it right, hopefully so we can get in and have a smoother Parenting Up podcast, production of other episodes this evening. And then the television show, the Portia show, they gave me directives. They didn't say, tell this kind of joke, but I know her brand. I know her personally. I've come to know her because she went to Howard. She's a Howard Bison. And she told me what it would be about. Like, so now I got 2 minutes to try to come up with, and these 2 television minutes. And for any of you who haven't done television, whatever, let's think of it like this. What if you had an outfit to go to brunch with your crew, male or female, or if the dudes, you about to go cigars, you got your outfit to go do cigars and play pool with the boys, and if you're a chick, you got your brunch outfit. And then all of a sudden, you find out that there's no brunch and there's no cigars. You're going to the White House, but the mall is closed. You know what I'm saying? Like you got to flip who you talking to, what you talking about, and what you wearing. They gave me wardrobe don't do's. All of the wardrobe don't do's are my do's. Don't wear white. Y'all know Jay Smiles, all I wear is white. I wear white bottom, white top. They might think I'm a white girl by the time I get through putting all that damn white on. And no black and no multicolored bold prints. Anybody who has been to my Outside Been Open shows, my whole top looks like Garanimals or a crossword puzzle threw up on me with Crayola markers. I said, damn, that's my whole closet. That's all my gear. What I'm gonna do? Still, go check on Zeddy. I mean, because right now it's about 2 a.m. I gotta roll with me on this. Because I didn't get the call till about 2 or 3 in the afternoon. It's not like it started 8 in the morning. So I had done all the stuff that don't even matter no more. All that stuff don't even, I'm looking at that like, shit, why'd I bother to do any of that? Had to call my brow lady. Hey, are you in town? I need to get threaded. She said, hey, not only am I not in Atlanta, I'm in Mexico. Boo. I need y'all to know nobody has touched my brows since my daddy died, but this lady. And she said, I'll be back, in 3 days. I was like, I'm gonna be on TV tomorrow. She said, oh shit. Okay, she was like, my best friend, Jay Smiles, please go to my best friend. This is her information. You can trust her. She knows, I was like, what? And then I called my nail people. And they were like, what do you mean? It's already 3:30. You got to come in today. Yes, I have to come in today. I'm going to be on TV tomorrow. And they were like, what? Now, first of all, you got to understand, and I could feel it in their tone. It's like, you lying, Jake. like if you're supposed to be on TV, you should know before today. You should know before 4 o'clock the day before. Well, maybe in other people land. In the other people land, it might work that way. But in Jay Smiles comedy, parenting up, caregiving land, this is how it's been rolling since the beginning. Be flexible and nimble, my child. If not, the silver lining, or the purple lining, because that's the color for Alzheimer's. I got 50 minutes of sleep, 10 minutes less than an hour. I was nervous. I was worried. I was like, oh my God, my brain is not even going to be awake enough to be witty or to be spontaneous, which is the kind of comedy they wanted. Because I asked them, is there a theme you want me to talk about or stay away from? They said, no, Jay, just come in and spitball with the other comedians. What? I ain't sleep long enough to spitball. I told my team, I think, okay, I need a Coca-Cola, and I need to just kind of get my mind right so that I can clear my mind enough to then allow the universe and the Holy Spirit to just put stuff in it as needed. Y'all, I walk into the green room. First thing, no, I walk into the station. I'm walking up the steps. The executive producer is coming down the steps, and she said, I've been looking for you. I left my office early to come down and give you a hug. What? I wish y'all could see my face. What? Where they do that at? She said, okay, go ahead to the green room. I'm going back upstairs now. I just wanted to catch you before you got camera ready. It's like, okay. All right, universe. All right, ancestors. Okay. They really want me here. All right. Okay, cool. Let me do this. I walk into the green room. Jay smiles. Of course you'll be here. Hell yeah, girl. What's up? And it is the biggest love fest with me and comedian Kelly Kellz. If you don't know her, you're welcome in advance. Kelly, Kelly, Kellz. She's phenomenal, full of energy, super positive. She's killing it all over the United States. She gives me a big hug. Then your fly auntie says, I'm y'all soror too. I hadn't even met her before. So I don't even know how she knew, whatever. It doesn't matter because Kelly and I didn't say we were Deltas. We just started hugging. She said, I'm y'all soror too. She all leaned in and she was looking gorgeous and she's a lot taller than me. So her lean in, I was like, right, you win. That's big energy. And he go this big ass hug back. Turns out she has a phenomenal story of overcoming. Anyway, look her up. But she's out here doing big things, big positive things, and making sure that other people know not only are you not alone, the big thing is you always have your damn self. Her story to me sounds like quit looking around for somebody else to come do something for you. You got you. And figure out whatever it is inside of you that can help you do the thing you need. It was pretty amazing. I look around, and then I'm like, I know so damn well, that can't be her. I'm spinning in circles. I'm like, I know so damn, that ain't her. The infamous Coco Brown. I mean, Comic View, Tyler Perry, Netflix. She got a Netflix special, y'all. I go to hug her and stand up, and she's like, I remember you. I'm sorry, Coco Brown. Did you say you remember me? She's like, haven't we met? I'm like, yeah, I remember when we met. I got the selfies in my phone. The point is, you remember? Listen, y'all, she can call Tyler Perry. She can call Oprah. Do you understand what I'm saying? She could call Jimmy Kimmel, like now. And she was like, yeah. And then she ran down the other comedians that were on the show. And I said, yeah, I've been wanting to be with you and talk to you and ask questions and mentor you. And she was like, well, what happened? I said, well, some of the people that I knew you said you were really busy. She was like, today's the day. Yo, she started sharing her story with me. She was a caregiver for both her parents. I didn't know that. They now have their wings, both of them. She's going to be on the Parenting Up podcast. And she's going to be my comedy mentor. Look, in that part, she offered. I ain't even have to force. But I did a little bit kind of say, you got to be on my podcast. And she kind of looked, I was like, okay, anyway, let me tell you what the podcast is. Because I can only imagine how many people have asked Coco Brown, and it's COCOA. Coco. There's an A on there. I'm talking fast, but just make sure you put an A on there, Coco Brown. I can't imagine how many people have asked her to be. I mean, she kills the game. And she's a real actor. She's an actor and a stand-up comedian. She didn't even have to let me finish the conversation, but she said, well, what's your podcast about? The minute I said Parenting Up, I'm a caregiver. She was like, done. I was like, but she's like, sis, done. And whoever it was that knows me, that didn't let us meet earlier, she said, I apologize. Don't hold it against them and don't hold it against me. I'm not that kind of person. And I was like, wow, yo, the energy. And Kelly Kellz, that's my soror. I've known her for years, but I hadn't seen her live in a minute. That energy was crazy. She was like, Jay, what are we gonna do? We need to start talking every day. We need to start talking every day. We need to build something together. Let's make a movie. Let's make some skits. What are we doing? Let's keep each other lifted. I'm like, bet, let's get it. And Mr. Floyd, y'all know Mr. Floyd, smooth Mr. Floyd, Mr. Palmer Williams Jr. That man is so freaking funny off the cuff. It's hilarious. He is the person that you don't want to sit next to at the opera, in church, at the DMV, anywhere where you're going to get in trouble, because he is going to, not if he is going to say something witty, quick, and inappropriate about every 37 seconds. Shout out to my line sisters. And what you gonna do? Nothing. You gonna laugh, and he has a poker face, looking like, I don't know why they laugh and what just happened. It was a pleasure to meet him too. He was so affable. This dude has been in so much stuff on TV and movies, but he was so willing also to mentor and engage me. As it turns out, he's been a caregiver. I'm gonna need y'all to go ahead, and if you're driving or you walking or you're in the shower, just pause for a second and add up how the green room went for me in the first 3 minutes. Oh, no. Let's add how I walked in and the executive producer came down the steps to personally greet me before I went to the green room. And then 4 people, 3 of them phenomenally successful comedians, show love and say they want to do business. So I look back over the last 36 hours and I say, okay, how did this all happen? Why did it happen? Shit, I don't know. I don't know. But what I do know is this. I am a master of showing up. I show up. I might be sleepy. I might be late. I might not have any cash on me. I have been to Europe twice, people, with no wallet and no cash. How you get all the way to Europe, Jay? That's another whole thing. But, you know, Delta got the fly ready and digital, whatever. I showed my passport and they showed my face and got on the thing. And I didn't have no money. Not one single US dollar bill, not even a debit card. And they don't have Cash App in Europe. Did y'all know that? So nobody couldn't send me nothing. So anyway, I'm going to show up. I might not have any money. I might be late. I might be a little sleepy, but I'm going to be there. And what the universe continuously shows me is, Jay, show up and be open. Be ready for the opportunity. I came here to fulfill the request to be a comedian. I turned my professional schedule inside out for another talent's professional schedule. Of course, it's great opportunity for me to be on television. But let me tell you this. If I didn't believe in the Portia show, Portia Bruner's brand and her team's brand, I don't give a damn about being on TV at all. I would have said no. I said yes because of what the team stands for, what they've done and what they're building. She's done 2 seasons It's in syndication. I think it's in 4 or 5 major cities. And I think come season 3, it's going to expand even more. The universe patted me on the back and gave me a big warm hug. I feel like I was seen and I was rewarded for moving on faith without sight. I ain't have breakfast. I did shower because I didn't know how close people were going to be to me. And thank God I did, because we were really tight in that green room. So I don't even know if I personally have a takeaway, but I wanted to share in real time kind of what a day in the life can feel like and how fast on a dime shit can change for me. And it's not even over. My podcast team and I are about to go to our studio and shoot some episodes that you all will see and hear in the next month or so. But the caregiving and career balance is real for me. Caregiving is the way I honor my mother. And I have to always figure out how to make it work. But I know no matter what, even in honoring her, I have to acknowledge myself, my dreams, and my hopes, because to not do that, it almost would be like slapping my mom in the face. She went through too much. She did too much for me to not put effort into pursuing what I believe my purpose is here on earth. So every 36 hours doesn't look and feel like this, but it's a whole lot more of them than I actually put on video. Peace. The snuggle ups. Number 1. Don't worry about what you don't know right now. When you need to know it, when you have to have it, some kind of way, the universe will make sure that it gets done. It's amazing. The last 36 hours were nuts-ola. It was the epitome of my favorite roller coaster ride. You get to the top, you're like, uh-oh. It almost sounds like a choo-choo train, but that's me trying to get to the top. I'm trying to simulate getting to the top of the roller coaster. And then you're up there in the anticipation of, oh my God. And then you're on your way down, you're like, scared and happy. Then you get to the bottom, like, whew, that's over. And now you're on the way back up to the top of the next hill. With only 50 minutes of sleep, the day before me was daunting. Would I perform well on the TV show? Who all would I meet? How would it go down? What was going on with Zeddy? Would she be okay? Would I be able to record all I needed to record later in the day for the podcast, for the podcast production? But it worked. It worked out. Every 5 minutes, there was a new level of stress or some kind of concern. But that sixth minute, an answer came in a person or just in me letting go of the stress of the need to know. Yeah. Try it. Number 2. Nothing replaces having a good team. I cannot and will not do life alone. And that goes doubly so as a caregiver. My production team came through so huge. They showed up and assisted me on site at the television studio, all the footage we were able to get, and then helping me mentally and emotionally manage, but whatever they had to move around in their personal and professional lives with their other clients, I didn't even know about it. You know what I mean? Like I didn't get one teeth suck, one slam of a telephone. Hell, you can't even slam a telephone no more. I guess that would have been a mental frustration. There was no pushback. Everybody just got it done. Zeddy's caregiver stepped up, did extra. Her trainer did extra. Oh my God. Needing and having a team. Oh, you need a team and you need to have a good one. So if you got people on your team that are not really helping you, replace them as soon as you can. I was even texting my closest friends throughout the day without all this stuff going on and said, oh my God, this happened. Oh my God, this happened. Da, da, da. And they're sending emojis. Jay, you got this. You can do this. You got this. Woo. Let me tell you about a good team. Number 3. You never know who's watching. Mean what you say what you mean. Keep your brand authentic, true, and honest to who you are. So when I got the call to be on the television show, it was a phenomenal opportunity. But I was able to get a call like that because the producers and executive producers of the show followed me and trusted my brand. They trusted what I would do and how I would perform, and also what I would not do. You know what I mean? It's also good that people know what you will not do, what your social media will not have on it, and what you will not say or do that could harm their reputation. That meant a lot to me. It meant a lot to me that they would know that they could trust me to stand in the gap and make it happen. That's a big deal. When you're good to people, and good is relative. You know, what could be good to me, you might think, oh, damn, Jay, is your bar that low? I need people to do way more for me before I would consider that being good. My overall perspective on it is everything matters. Nothing is so small that it's insignificant. So whatever you're posting, if you text people back, if you see them in the mall, all of those interactions make a difference. Yep. And it led to me having a spectacularly impactful and energy-filled day. Whew. I could sleep for a week. Oh, what's up, y'all? I'm over here just mixing and scratching up stuff. And reminding y'all, Patreon is open. It is open and ready for you, and your mama too. We are loaded up things, all things Zeddy, all things podcast, all things caregiving, behind the scenes, extra stuff. J Smiles Comedy is dropping with her own little collection within the J Smiles Studio Patreon. very, very soon. It'll be less than a month. But you want to go on and get in there because there's exclusives that's kind of time sensitive to whoever is in there first. We've already had live broadcasts for people who are already in. And I'm going to be honest, because of, branding matters. So there's some stuff that I just can't say and do on the World Wide Web that I can do in the Patreon pantry. So if you want to see and know and hear and experience more of what's happening between my ears, come to the J Smile Studio, my Patreon pantry.